Yes. Yeah, okay. This is true. Okay. It's a good one.
I'm ready.
Well, short version is this. Unfortunately, there's a long version. There's long and there's longer. I'll go long.
They want your scenic route version.
She knows me already. I don't take that long to know. Anyway, so Skilla was playing, and after the show, we used to, like today, we meet people. We used to do this after every single show we did, and there'd be several hundred people there, and it was great fun, but it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So every once in a while, you'd have certain kinds of people that would kind of hang around on the outskirts, and you kind of got the feeling of they're waiting to be the last one so that they could be here all night long. It was like, there'd be a little bit of that feeling.
And it was before we had dudes like that could say, hey, the guy's
Big
gonna go
dudes.
now.
Yeah, and this wasn't like that yet either. That came later. I'm just joking. Anyway, long story short, I got to talking to this person, and they were talking about their life, and I think her mom had been sick or something, and her grandmother had been raising her, and that sort of thing. So anyway, months later, we came back around the same area, and she had come, and we were kind of like doing that mingling today, not behind a table. This is one of the reasons we have tables now when you come see us play. It's from this story. It's true. And I was out in the middle of this thing. There was about 1,000 people there, and and all of a sudden I see the girl, and I see this woman with her at the time. She was probably the only person over 60 years old there. So I see, I'm like, oh, that's the girl with the mom and the grandmother. I bet that's her grandmother. And so anyway, she'd come up to me, and it was during the time I used to tell the story about, true story about how my mom passed away when I was young, and I wrote this song about it at the time, and I used to have, every once in a while, I would have like moms at the show that would come up to me after the show and say, that was so sweet, your mom would be proud of you, and that sort of thing, and they would say they were praying for her. So she comes up, and the grandmother, and in front of all these people, and I remember she was kind of short like this, like this, and she was kind of round, and so she came up to me and she hugs me, and she wouldn't let me go. She was like, she wouldn't let me go, and I was, and for ages, and she was like, your mother would be so proud of you, and she went on and on and on for like 3 minutes, and I was so uncomfortable. It just kept going. It was like this embrace that wouldn't end. And so finally, it led to her saying, I want you to know I'm going to be praying for you, and I'm going to be your spiritual mother now, and that sort of thing. I said, oh, that's nice. And so she about 6 months later, we play another venue several hours away, and we're signing autographs. Remember how many people were at that show? It was our first big show, and there was about 1,500 people there, which was a massive Skilla show at the time. And we were signing autographs for everybody. We were there for an hour and a half, and I could see them waiting over there. They refused to get in line, and I'm like, oh my gosh. We were at these tables that went all the way across, and I looked at Cora, I was like, do not leave me alone at the end of this thing, because I feel weird. So anyway, the very end of it, what happens? My whole band leaves me alone.
I'm still sorry.
I talk a lot, that's what I do. So I'm sitting there, and I thought, I'm going to stay behind the table, and it's going to be fine. She comes up, and she moves the table. And she comes and sits down next to me, and she's got her arm like this, and I was like, she's like, I just want to tell you, your mother would be so proud of you. So she went through the whole thing again, and then she moved her hand from here to here, and then she starts pulling my face. And I had that moment, I was thinking, I'm pretty sure she's tugging on my face. And I kept getting closer and closer, and I thought, certainly, she's not going to kiss me. We're at a church. All these, I know that can't be the case. And then I had that brief moment of, this is ridiculous, but I'm a nice person. I don't like to, hurt people's feelings. I thought, maybe it's rude if I don't kiss her. Is that what's going on? Because, she's a grandmother. She doesn't have any interest in something like that, certainly. And it was like all these like flashes before my eyes. And all of a sudden she's right there. She's this far from my face. And finally I had that, nah, that's definitely weird. So I moved. And she barely missed my lips, so she kissed me right here on my lips, and then after that she goes, don't do that to me. She said, remember, I'm your mother now. That's a true story. So I came to the dressing room and I was just like, I'm walking, I was like, and Corey, I was really very naive at the time, and Corey was like, you look weird, are you okay? And I was like, she tried to kiss me on the lips. Anyway, so we nicknamed her Grandma Freaky Deek. So that was a long story. So I would appreciate maybe not using that in your material. But that is the most awkward fan moment. That's when I realized you can be 60 years old and still think that I'm cute.
Absolutely. Surely there's somebody out there that would
Yeah.
right?
Well, we're almost 60 years old.
All